What is going on? We are back again. The wild card games continue. You seen a crazy one yesterday. If you did not see it, I recommend you going check it out. They're on YouTube. It's already uploaded for you. We also had the reveal of one of our new teams coming into the USFA. Shout out to the Toronto Rapes. And we got one more coming at halftime, so make sure you watch out for that. But we got to talk about these two teams here. If you're familiar with how the season went, you know that these two teams met in the last week of the regular season, and here they are again. This time they will be playing in Florida, Charlotte at Tampa Bay, and it got the homie up in here again. Caboose, how you feeling?
I feel like my nose is clogged because everyone's doing the harvest out here, and there's a ton of dust everywhere, and it's clogging my nose, which is frustrating. So if I'm sneezing a lot, I apologize, but deal with it.
Most definitely. Well, I'll let you know right now. Hopefully, on your sake, the Charlotte Royals can come out with the big banger. See if they could get their first playoff win of the Madden era. And Tampa, they're looking for their first as well. One of those is going to happen. Can't wait to see it. Tampa Bay, they got a real good squad as a Charlotte. And we could go a little bit in more detail. Would you like to speak about Tampa and I'll talk about Charlotte?
Yeah, sure. Tampa this year kind of got off to a pretty hot start, and we're in contention with St. Louis throughout most of the first half of the year for that top seed in the East. I believe last I checked, that's not Tampa. That is Pittsburgh's roster that I'm pulling up. One moment. Last I checked, I believe James West was leading the league in passing touchdowns, and he has a wide variety of targets to go from. It's not like any of his receivers are running away with those touchdowns in any particular fashion. They've all got a nice even spread. It's a nice even threat. It's going to put defense and trying to figure out where that ball is going and who James West is targeting. So on defense, though, they're not a slouch either. Some of the big ones to note: Jordan Vean, cornerback, and let's see, Matthew Ousley, I'd say, Von Carlton as well, linebacker. So they've got some decent pieces going throughout that lineup, making things quite difficult to move the ball against.
Most definitely love to see it, and I can't wait to see what's coming out of Charlotte. The season 7 quarterback of the year, Hank Falco, he's looking to get his first playoff victory here. It's gonna be a fun ride. Did he get one while he was in season 6 or?
No, he got second place in season 6 for quarterback of the year.
Okay, so he's trying to get another one here. Great job from the homie. He's getting better. He has a slew of targets: Kai Coco, Vic Dotson, Tom Krieg, the big 3 there. And then you also have Doc Boone and Spiderweb, the 2-headed monster. And I already know Doc Boone, he's going to be rooting to get a lot more carries than he did the last time these two teams played. But if everything goes well for them, if they're able to move the rock, I could definitely see a big game from him. Defensively, I mean, there's just weapons all over. Pack Trescott, you have Arn Jacobson, you have that crazy defensive line headed by Shane Knox, who's leading the league in sacks. You really can't go wrong with it. It's going to be a fun ride, and I can't wait to see how these two teams match up. And you already know how we do, Caboose. You let me know when to start. The people will wait.
All right, folks. Well, without further ado, let the game begin.
Let's begin it. I'm not mad at it, homie. Let's go ahead and get it flipped over. You can see what's happening. And it looks like Charlotte will start us off with the kickoff, sending it to Tampa. Going to be returned by Eliason to the 30. It's going to be 1st and 10 coming up. Just got to Drop the preview on my side. Make sure it's all so fresh and so clean. But it looks like Mr. West is going to start with the pass, turning away, and he's going to get pressure early, and it's going to be Tank Falco for the sack.
Yeah, that D-line just absolutely cratered the pocket immediately. Hank Falco, coming in as the late rusher, got through, and nothing he could do there.
Thanks again to Ryan Davis coming through with the 10 biddies in the chat every single time. He throwing something out there. Appreciate you, big dog. As we see him get set up here, looking for something to do here. What's happening? There you go. Gonna look for a man to throw it to his West. Takes off to run. He's got the speed, and he's just gonna throw that one away. And that's gonna make it 3rd in the country mile.
Yeah, I think that was Knox there that he was about to run into, and great awareness to realize his mistake of running towards Knox and throws it away.
You already know, if you're in the state of Florida, you know it's been a little bit up and down in that rain. I'm not going to mess around with you. As you see, West looking for the quick pitch. It's going to be a jumping catch from Earl Flint, but that is not going to be enough for the first down. Charlotte's defense comes through real strong, thanks to that sack in the beginning.
Absolutely, that sack set the tone for that drive, and there was no recovering from it.
See the first punt of the day already, sending this one. Going to be returned by Mr. Vic Dotson, who's looking for a lane to take it, a juke move, and he's going to take it to around the 29-yard line. Going to go 1st and 10. Slater says, go spike the Gatorade real quick. Well, we don't have Gatorade. We have W, the official energy drink of the United States Football Association. Get right, Mr. Slater.
This is true. And I want to point out that was an excellent punt to flip.
Great job by Trey Pointer, one of the top kickers in the game today. As Falco's going to get hit, and that's going to be a sack, almost a fumble, but Heavy D up the middle. Both defenses on 1st down, coming through with a nice play.
Yeah, it was a nicely executed blitz. I actually would like to see Falco just hand that ball off due to the blitz coming. Looks like he probably would have had a lot of yards there.
2nd and 18 coming up. Passing it again. Look for a man, takes off to run. Is going to get sacked again. And that's going to be a bot player getting into the mix. And 3 sacks in the first 5 plays on offense. That's pretty crazy right now.
Both teams are just, the O-line is not playing up to par right now. If you had told me this is how the game was going to start, I would not have believed you.
30-23, both of them starting with the country mile, looking for a man to throw. Takes off to run again, looking to throw it. Still has his hand on the ball, going to take off and run, and he's just not fast enough to get away from number 94, Hendricks Harlow. And both defenses just come out ridiculous.
Yeah, both defenses apparently got the memo. The offense is apparently still asleep. Maybe the lunch or something that they took was a bit too heavy.
Make sure you do that exclamation point USFA. Get up in that giveaway. As we see this one returned by Jordan Vinny. Taking that pass at 30. Going to be 1st and 10. Tampa Bay with the teal and the green highlighted uniforms you see right there. One of my favorites, a classic look. And then you have Charlotte in the all whites with the purple and white blue accents. Got the gold all over it, the purple helmets. Can't go wrong. I'm trying to tell you, like, these jerseys sick. Seeing the handoff here, the first run of the game goes to Tampa, and he's going to get taken down by, I believe, is the face mask right at the end. And actually, no, I take that back. It's a legal block in the back there from Tampa. Send it backwards. Going to make it 1st and 16.
Yep. Arn was beelining to get to him there, and just a bit of a push in the back, and it caused him to stumble and not be able to make the tackle immediately.
Nix is hating on the gold pants and blue jersey combo. He hating.
Yeah, he hating, but he's going to live with it.
Oh, that's going to be a nice deflection by guess who? Shane knocks out the back, just swatting that down like he's the Dikembe Mutombo or something. 2nd and 16.
The SWAT team kind of came in right there.
You know that meme when like all the SWAT team just burst through that front door and stuff? That's kind of how I felt about that play. Like, you see the fake of the handoff. West is going to launch this left side and going to be almost picked off. And that's one person you don't want to test. There was a little bit of hating on Caitlin Montaigne with her contract, but hey, if you got speed like that, you can talk as much smack as you want to.
Yeah, Montaigne going to be probably the last big contract she gets on her career, since regression is coming up on that contract. But for now, still a very high-end player.
He's get stuck. Aaron Jacobson, the Greek god himself, just making it look all too easy. It's 4th and 14, and both defenses here just coming through crazy right now.
You know, I find it funny they call him a Greek god when he's actually worse.
4th and 14 here. Pointer once again sending this away to Vic Dotson. Going to be returned. Using his blockers. Going to try to shut off a man, but he's going to get closer to 30. Going to make it 1st and 10 comeback.
Another really deep punt to flip the field there for Tampa, and Charlotte starting more or less right where they were at last time.
Very underrated part of the game is special teams. Getting the right field position to start is going to help you out. They're going to try the pitch, and looks like Doc Boone's going to throw it. Look at that player go. He says, I don't want to run the football. I can pass it like my boy Falco too. 1st and 10, Charlotte.
Yeah, nice little way to kind of get the feet moving, get out of the pocket, get to safety, and then set his feet once again, quickly find his target, and excellent pass.
1st and 10 here. And they're going to give it to Spiderweb up the middle. He's going to run into a few Typhoon players there, but going to make it 2nd and 6.
Respectable gain on 1st down, 4 yards. Do that 3 times, it's a 1st down.
Slater said he's never seen that. That means you need to watch more of the game plays. We've seen a few teams try that play. Some of them not as successful as you'd want. As we see Doc Boone pushing forward. He says he's tired of throwing the football. He wants to run a little bit now. It's 3rd and 2.
Another 4-yard gain. Can't be mad. Just now all you got to do is hit a 2-yarder somewhere. Pass it to the flats. Try and go deep with it. Entire playbook is totally open here.
I'm up for giving it back to number 1. See if we can get the job done. Almost got a man offsides, but they're going to fake it to him and looking to launch it left side, and that is going to be a drop by, I don't know what happened. That's Vic Dotson. That's a very, very rare drop.
What am I paying him for?
I don't know. That was a weird one there. But it is what it is. The ball is going to be punted again. Unfortunate. But he's going to fake it. And he's going to launch it in the middle and caught. They're trying all the tricks inside the 15. Charlotte's not messing around with the expansion squad. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, man. That is... Is that my kicker throwing a dot?
Well, it was kind of a floater there. I'm not even going to lie to you. It was looking like Tony Parker back in the day with the floater, but can't be mad at the accuracy. As it's 1st and 10 again. Charlotte.
And then that was on-brand mold with the catch. That's a corner.
Hilarious. That's going to be caught, though. Looks like Kai Coco is going to show Vic Dotson how to actually catch the football. It's going to be 1st and goal.
You know, notice how Coco is not using gloves. He's just using his hands. It might be that you need that in the ring.
Yeah, that might be a bad move there for Durant, but it's all good. Vic Dotson, he's gonna make up for it. You know how we do. 1st and goal, gonna pass it left side, and he's gonna give it straight to the bot player. No user needed for the touchdown.
So like one bot player on the entire roster, more or less.
ironically also a tight end. Now the bot player has more catches than my tight end. That's rough. It's gonna be
That is tough.
the
The bot player also has more touchdowns than you guys, so that's also tough.
Well, it's gonna be 7-0. Charlotte coming out with trick passes all over. Had the halfback pass, the punter getting a pass, the botter getting a touchdown. I mean, Tampa Bay better come with it on offense. If Charlotte's gonna keep on with this type of momentum here, they are not playing around.
And took them a little bit to kind of get their feet wet. That first drive did not go well, but they seem to have found a little bit of a rhythm here, and now it's up to Tampa Bay to respond and get this crowd back in it.
Most definitely here. And Tampa's going to come out with the football. James West needs to get something going here on offense. We'll see the return here from Eliason, taking his pass to 20, pushing forward, and just gets stuck by Chris Sheen, I believe, number 23. First and 10 coming up. What can the squad do here? They have all the weapons. Ja'Cory Dash been a solid addition along with Mr. Copeland. We're going to go ahead and give it to Dash here. And looks like Charlotte is playing very good run defense to start this game. 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that had about zero hope as there was no one to block in front of him and just a swarm of white jerseys.
2nd and 9, going with the shotgun set. Bunch down at the bottom of your screen. Looks like West quick pitch it and going to be incomplete. Tried to get it to Sparrow. Could not hang on in traffic. It's 3rd and 9.
Looked like a great diving deflection there. Defender might have gotten a hand on it.
Looks like Tampa will have to get it past the 39-yard line to keep this drive alive. I was almost caught offsides, but it's going to look for a man. Is West going to throw it middle of the field and going to be caught by Sparrow past the 40. And there goes the first big play of the day for the Typhoon. It's going to be 1st and 10.
Yeah, Sparrow just kind of hung out there in soft coverage and was able to get a catch. It's kind of left a bit too open in the soft spot of the field.
First down coming up here. Almost got him offsides again, but they're going to send a man in motion and throw it to him. There goes Dash, a juke move, and he did not fool anybody right there. Going to make it 2nd and 9. It doesn't always rain in Florida, but when it does, just expect it to rain like sporadically. Like stop here and then it'll pour down like the world is ending, and then all of a sudden it'll go back to regular showers. It's very bipolar.
And then like 5 seconds later it'll feel like a hurricane.
Yes, exactly. As you see the quick pitch over to Jason Copeland, the veteran getting it done again. A gain of 16, and it's 1st down here for Tampa.
Tampa starting to kind of get some, Tampa getting some momentum here. Starting to push towards that red zone, just a few yards out from there. Charlotte's going to have to try and buckle down on defense.
Take the handoff here. West is going to throw it to the left side, and it's going to be incomplete. What's the flag, though? Going to be a hold on number 70. I'll take him back a little bit. 1st and 20 coming up. Less than 2.5 minutes left in the first quarter. We do have a really, really good football game here. Let's see if Tampa gets some points here. They're back in the shotgun. Here comes West looking for a man to throw it to right side, and going to be dropped as he was trying to turn upfield, and that is a bot player for a reason.
Yeah, some of these depth positions, tight end 2, wide receiver 4, sometimes they'll get touches, they'll get targets, and if they're not filled out with real people, then they get a bot.
2nd and 20 here. Looking for a man is West. Throws a short 2-dash, turning up and getting some of those yards back, making it a little bit easier, getting back in field goal range just in case. But it's going to be 3rd and 10 coming. Can't be mad at that.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say even from about the 30, Tampa could theoretically make a field goal.
Trey Point is one of those better kickers. Has been a little bit up and down in the rain, but for the most part, whenever his number's called, he's made plays. As see West throwing off the back foot, and this time he is going to make the catch, but he's going a little bit backwards when he caught it. Now it's going to be 4th and 1 coming up here. An interesting situation here where they could potentially go for it as well.
Potentially, although I feel like they've got a little bit less room to work with. And they're going to go for it.
They called it right here, 4th and 1. Gonna look for the handoff. Gonna cut up, and great move right there is dash. Just enough. They only needed 1. They got 1.5. Tampa Bay still moving, man.
Yeah, that was real close. Knox was there, Jacobson was there, Falco was all there. They just couldn't quite get to him in time. Great job to turn the Sips upfield.
Seconds left in the first. Lee Flowers almost caught again, looking for a man as West steps back a little bit, throws off the back foot, and is going to throw towards Montaigne, but luckily for West, there was no more room for her to get her feet in bounds. It's going to be 2nd down.
Yeah, number 12 there, honestly, just so close to a sack. If he just maybe dove out for it, he probably would have gotten it.
Lee Flowers doing a real good job with the pressure. They're going to hand it off up the middle to Copeland. He's going to get inside the 10 for his first carry, and that should take us to the end of quarter numero uno. A solid game nonetheless. You know how we do. The games keep rocking. It should be a fun ride all the way through. Let's get into it. Throw your 2s up for your boys. Up in here, 3rd and 7. Looking for the man to throw it to. Gonna launch it. Going to be caught. And there goes Darren Eliason for the touchdown. Easy bucket. They left that seam wide open. And Darren Eliason, he's been here since the USFA was even a thing. He knows how to hit those seams.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, Tampa with their receiving core, none of it's necessarily the most flashy, but it's all dangerous. So, I mean, you could be looking for Earl Flint, you could be looking for Darren Eliason, you could be looking for the tight ends, wide receiver 4, whoever it might be. They can all get the ball, they can all make a catch.
Can't be mad at that for sure. We're back to a tie ball game here, 7-7 in the 2nd quarter. Just get kick started. If this doesn't get you hyped to get to the United Sim Football Association, I don't know what to tell you. The league's only going to get bigger and better from here. Big draft class coming up soon. We got another team to talk about at the end of the 2nd. Bless you, sir. And what else do you want? I'm trying to tell you, what do you want? You want to give it all to me. Make sure that you know what's up.
I mean, I want some allergy medicine or something.
I can't help you with that. There's a grocery store near you, sir. As we see,
I'm calling a game.
Kicking this off is Trey Pointer, getting it to around the 5-yard line. Here comes Aaron Witten with the return. And he's going to take it past the 25, respectable. Could use a little bit more speed back there, but honestly, he hasn't really been too bad. He just hasn't really been able to hit the corners like he wants. But it is what it is. It's 1st and 10.
I mean, and Charlotte has consistently been starting around the 25 to 29 yard line all game.
Definitely. They're going to fake it and give it to the outside man. There's Krieg, but great outside coverage there from Tampa. The loss of 2 on that play. Got to give Tampa Bay credit. They could have gave up a lot of yards there.
Yeah, I think number 82 there on the O-line just kind of couldn't hold his tackle for his block long enough to get that play to go.
Strong guy. They're going to hand it off to Doc Boone. Is going to push forward, get past the 30, pretty much gets those yards back, and going to make it 3rd and 7. A little bit more manageable than what it could have been.
For sure. You'd like to see maybe go an extra yard or two to make this third down a little bit easier, but 3rd and 7, still not the end of the world. Just a medium range pass.
Big Dotson there, the formation. Look his way, going to throw it short and pushing forward to Spider Web, but tackled immediately by Heavy D, who had the sack earlier. And it's 4th and 1 here. I really don't advise them to go for it this time around. It's too close, so they'll be giving Tampa some real good field position if they don't.
I would say it'd be funny if they did go for it. Another fake punt.
Oh yeah, it'll definitely be funny for sure. As we see this one, Jack Mullineaux sending it, looking for the bounce. It bounces to the 2, and it rolls slightly into the end zone, just enough. And it's going to make it 1st and 10, starting out at the 20. Tampa Bay with the chance to take the lead here. 10 minutes, 7 seconds left in the second. Who's hyped for that latest team coming into the USFA? I can't wait to debut it. I had a lot of fun doing this particular team as well. Throwing to the left side, and looks like Bronson Sparrow didn't even try to react to the football there. Would have been a real tough catch for Grove. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, I mean, he would have been smoked almost immediately. He had 2 guys on him.
2nd and 10 coming up here. Total yards pretty much even. I believe Tampa has a slight edge in that, but looking for a pass again as West steps back a little bit, launching it right side and going to be caught. And they were lucky. Charlotte's lucky that Eliason didn't have enough room to turn upfield.
I feel like they probably would have gotten him after maybe a few more yards after the catch.
That's Chris Sheen right there. I don't know if he could beat Eliason in a foot race, but it's going to be 1st and 10 regardless. Tampa's in Charlotte territory now, looking for the quick pitch. Going to be Dash, pushing up a juke move and tackled immediately. Great job there from Ricardo Lopez. 2nd and 6.
Well, that was a bit of a clothesline tackle there. Stuck the arm out and gave him the arm bar.
Yeah, he's got to sit down, big homie. You ain't going no further than where you caught it. It's going to be 2nd and 6. 20 plays so far. 17 of them have been passes, but looks like they'll have to take it back 5 after that play. Left guard moved a little bit. 2nd and 11.
Number 70 with his 2nd penalty of the game. Costing Tampa Bay a little bit.
That wasn't 70. 70 is the center, but it always shows the center. It always shows the center. No
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's
Okay.
all good. 2nd and 11. They're looking to get something going here. The penalty kind of slowed them down, but still plenty of time. Plenty of talent to get the job done. Throwing it short, and looks like Parks, the backup tight end, getting some more work. He hangs on to that. Now it's going to be 3rd and 9.
3rd and 9, not the most ideal situation to be in, but still doable. Bit of a tougher pass. Charlotte's secondary, if they can crack down on this, make it pretty difficult.
3rd and 9, almost got a man offsides, not to be. They're going to send Mr. Dash over to the left side, looking to throw it middle field and caught. And it looks like the homie Parks is getting his way into this offense. A lot of catches. Actually, that's Travis Bond. My bad. I got the numbers confused. It's going to be 1st and 10 again for Tampa.
Yeah, you can't. They're just leaving guys open through the middle of the field right now, and when you do that, it's easy buckets. It's not even a hard pass.
Look at me leaning up on you and getting some of my lingo in your vocabulary there. You're throwing out the buckets like you know me or something like that. It's 2nd and 6 after that.
You rubbing off on me a bit too much, unfortunately.
Just a little bit. You like it. Stop hating. Don't let him fool you. He loves it. He loves it, people. I love it too. Pause. 2nd and 6. Looking for the man again. Protection is good, and there goes Bond pushing through and getting inside the 10. And you spoke about it earlier, that inside of the field, that interior portion of the field, Tampa's been working it down.
Yeah, Charlotte's doing a great job taking away the perimeters, but that soft coverage around the outsides is leaving the middle wide open.
I even got Krim talking about buckets and everything like that. He's gonna get it too, as that was almost picked on.
I didn't see the number on him, but I know he looked distinguishable with those yellow armbands.
I'm pretty sure that was Falco. Is it Falco? I think it's Falco. Pretty sure. But it's going to be second and goal regardless here. Tampa trying to get the score. Look for a man, throws it short to Vaughn, and going to get tackled by the homie Falco and Montaigne. Going to be third and goal now.
Third and goal, and you'd like to see Charlotte try and get one more stop, force a field goal here. Tampa, if you just keep doing what works, that inside has been open.
Charlotte trying to hold on the 3 or get the turnover, whichever comes first. They're going to send the blitz, and it looks like it's going to be Jacobson for the sack. And he was waiting to get one. It's been a while since we've seen him get the quarterback, but it's a big one here in the playoffs.
Absolutely. Arn, he shows up in the playoffs every year, I feel like, as one of those premier linebackers, so not a surprise.
Fourth and goal, going for the field goal. Trey Pointer, he says he's automatic. He'll let them know that they're automatic. Tampa will take the lead 10-7. They'll knock it through. Good job by Charlotte. Going with the bend but don't break situation. As soon as they got it to first and goal, they tightened up. They held them to 3.
Yeah, if you're Tampa, you definitely want to put 7 on the board there. You're so close. You want to punch that in every single time. But Charlotte, props to them making the stop.
Halfway through the second. Got the advertisements coming on. You already know how we do. We talk about who's supporting us, who we're supporting. And then we'll get to that new team, the final team for this current expansion squad to come to the USFA. We'll get back to the gameplay shortly after that. You know how we do. It's like he's running a quicksand, but he's still going to trip over to the 34-yard line. Is Aaron Witten. And once again, great field position here for Charlotte. We'll see if they can take advantage of it.
Best field position of the night for them, actually. So it's a whole first down less than they've had to do before.
First and 10, going with the I formation to kick this thing off. See how they work it. They're going to give it to Doc Boone. He's going to find a hole and gets to the 40, gets stuck. He doesn't normally go backwards after he gets hit, but hey, El Marino said, I got some power too. Second and 4.
Boone with another nice carry there. I'd like to see him get a little bit more involved here in this offense, but we'll see.
Send the last tight end in motion here. Will they give it to Doc Boone again? They will go with the reverse, and he's going to push through and pick up the first. Tackled by Von Carlton. Shout out to Von Carlton with this second tackle of the day. It's first and 10, Charlotte.
Man, Travis Vaughn and Von Carlton getting me mixed up real quick.
Yeah, it happens to me too. And they spell Vaughn differently, so you got to make sure you get it right. You know what I'm saying? But
right?
It's first and 10 here. They're going with the play action and launching it left side. Got a man burnt that's going to beat the homie Kai Coco. Rapid raccoon action for you. It's first and goal here for Charlotte.
What a play. I don't know who Coco burnt right there, but man, was it bad. If he had been able to come down and keep his balance, that's a touchdown.
Big bucket there for sure. It's going to be first and goal. And they got a man offside, so it's a free play. Cuts up, and he's going to reach over for the touchdown. I don't think you need to look at that penalty. That's a touchdown. Charlotte. We got ourselves a game tonight, folks.
Absolutely. I mean, we knew this was going to be good. They just played last week. It was, what, a 3-point game or something like that?
Most definitely. See the pick up from Mr. Molyneux, and he will make it all good to go. A 4-play, 66-yard drive gives Charlotte the lead right back, and it didn't take them too long.
No, and now it also makes so Tampa Bay can't regain that lead with a field goal. So
big extra point there. We've seen the kicker from the last game in Arizona. It didn't really turn out for them in regards to keeping the points, so they don't have to give up a field goal as opposed to a touchdown. But hey, so far Molino's in his bag. Trey Pointer's been knocking through his points when he has the chance. We're seeing a lot of good play here in the rain.
for sure, do you think Tampa Bay can respond before the half ends?
I think they have the ability to do so. Me personally, they just need to, if they continue on like how they were doing, going to the middle of the field and Charlotte's giving it up, it's only going to make it all the much easier for them to make that happen. As Darren Eliason takes that to the 25, and honestly, all they really need is a field goal, right? Like they don't need the touchdown if they can't get it. There's still some time left in this first half, but as long as they get points. That's all
for sure.
That's the most important thing. Because you make it 1st and 10, back in the shotgun, looking for another motion here, sending out a man, and he's by himself currently. But Montaigne's going to get out there, barely quick pitching is going to be incomplete. And I think Aaron was right there. It was like, okay, try catching that football if you want to. It's going to be 2nd and 10.
Arn was ready to do murder, and the receiver probably made a wise decision.
Good deal by Parham. He says, you want 7, but you'll take 3 all day, most definitely. There's going to be a handoff here. There goes Mr. Copeland, turn it up, hitting the corner, and he's going to make it 3rd down and 4.
Another 3rd down situation for Tampa. They've been kind of hit or miss on these 3rd downs at times.
See if they can get it to Earl Flint's or maybe Vaughn, Sparrow, Eliason. A lot of weapons here that West can target. They can also hand it off, but they will not. They're going to give it to the homie, send them in motion again, looking for the pass. Going to take off and run, throws it, and over the head of that receiver, which is Mr. Dash. And Charlotte's going to hold them. They should be getting this football back to Goose.
Yeah, and if you are Tampa, this is some dangerous territory. Charlotte has 3 timeouts and a 2-minute warning here to work with. They've got plenty of time to punch on another score.
On the way to Vic Dotson, and apparently they do not know how to block. They're going to give up a quick tackle there to the tight end. It's going to be 1st down and 10.
Yeah, blocking is a little bit overrated. Vic's good enough to do it on his own, right?
I mean, he is, but, you still want to look out for your fellow teammate, your fellow shipmate. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
They're going to be handed off, though, and Tampa's defense on the run game, spectacular on that play. It's going to be 2nd and 12.
Yeah, maybe hold on to that web, block a guy or so, and try and make a quick play out so that you don't lose those yards on 1st down.
See what happens when you don't block? A lot of things can happen. 2nd and 12 coming. Here comes the homie, launching it again to the left side, and this time it's overthrown. And I think that would have been 6+1 if he was able to get it to him.
Oh, for sure. I mean, try that play again. Coco was getting past his man reliably at this point, so keep going back to the well.
Again, looking right side, going to be caught, and there goes Vic Dotson holding on through traffic. A big catch, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning.
Vic making up for his previous sins on that play.
Yeah, very, very rare mess up earlier, but he came through when they needed to for sure. Spiderweb there in the backfield. Get something going again, launching it, going to be caught. Reaching out for the first is Spiderweb, and they are going to give it to him, pointing it out for the homies. It's 1st and 10 Charlotte.
That was a nice catch right there. bit of a difficult ball to catch, place a bit behind him, got to turn around while moving forward and make the catch. And that's tough.
Here they're gonna look, they're sending him to block and launching it left side again. Why not? It overthrows it two times in the same drive. And I don't think the rain is helping out Falco right now.
No, not quite. Putting a little bit too much power to compensate for the wind coming in and overcompensating for it, apparently. Man, that's tough. They got 9 rushes and 11 passes.
Second and 10. Passing there, looking for a man. Launching the left side is going to be caught there. Goes spiderweb out the backfield and picking up the first. And they still have all 3 timeouts helping them out.
Kind of wonder when they might start using them. I mean, they got plenty of time still right now, but
I think maybe with one more first down, I think they can start using them for sure. As long as they keep the no huddle going, I think they still have a really good shot here to leave with some points. And it's going to be passing it again, turning up and around, throws out the back foot, and that was very testing.
It was. He had time to set his feet and make a throw, but I guess tried to rush it a little bit too much and didn't work out.
Definitely stops the clock. I see Mr. Prim in the chat saying that. Saves a timeout for sure. They're going to look to keep the pass game rolling, looking to throw it, going to throw it, and he's going to get hit as he throws it. Luckily for him, that wasn't a fumble, but his arm was going forward. It's 3rd and 10 now.
Third and 10, I mean, just get in field goal range, I'd say. Do something to get into field goal range.
It'll be around, I want to say a 53-yard field goal if they was to try it from here, but they want more. Going to turn up and throw it. Going to throw it to Vic, who's going to run backwards for the catch, and he doesn't even get out of bounds. That's a gain of nothing, and it looks like they'll probably have to settle for the field goal.
I don't know if you should at this one. Maybe try and go for a punt, just because, frankly, if you miss the field goal from here, yeah, this is testy. I don't like it.
Well, it's 12 seconds, so worst comes to worst. Tampa won't have that much time, but they're going to try it, and he is going to knock it through.
Wow.
17-10. And Charlotte's going to make the big play. Good job by Molyneux.
Yeah, I have very little faith in that, but you know what? Hey, glad it worked out for him.
The faith was so low. It's probably talking smack with ants, but hey, Tampa, they're only down 7 going into this one. They're going to have to return. We'll see if they can get something going. We're going to go into the ad in a little bit after this kickoff. Shout out to the homies in the chat. We're rolling pretty deep up in here. I love it.
Been a great game so far. Still super tight, as I think we expected, and this second half should be just as entertaining as the first has been.
Seeing this one, it is going to be returned. 3 seconds. Going to get tackled, and we'll go ahead and break off.
Oh, no. They still got a second left.
Yeah, I'll click on how to do it. I'm not going to have them kneel down because I won't be able to pause after the kneel down. So we're going to go into it right now. Make sure you show some love to the homies at W. Let me hear this. I've been doing it for a while. I know how to do it. Let me do it. But we got the homies at W. You already know what it says on the screen. Use that code USFA S8 to get 10% off of each and every order that you choose to do. Support the league by getting the official energy drink of the United Sim Football Association. Great product, great community. You know how we do. We also have the homies at Paladin as well. Shout out to them. If you need anything software wise for your business, Paladin is the way to go. Sign a contract with them. Just like with Debbie, you'll be directly supporting the United Sim Football Association by doing so. Also, shout out to all of our affiliates. We got 3 of them. We got GSB, the Gold Standard Basketball setting up everything ready to go. Season 2 is on its way. It's coming soon. The draft just happened. The teams are reloaded. It's time to see who will become the Season 2 champs. I can't wait to see that happen. Also, shout out to the ECFL, the Elite College Football League. They are our collegiate affiliates right there. Over 100 users coming into this draft class, and going to be drafted by one of our 12 teams, soon to be 12 as soon as we reveal it after these advertisements. But shout out to them. Great community. What season are they going into? Are they going into 8? Okay, yes, they're going into season 7, so make sure you watch out for that. And then we'll also show some love to Goals, Great One Hockey League Sim, doing their thug thizzle. If you want to be the next Hockey Hall of Famer, there's no better place to do so than Goals. I'm trying to tell you, great job over there as well. And I think it's about time to round out these 12 teams. Okay, how about you get us started with a little bit of intro going on for them?
Yeah, so this is JoJo's team. Some of you might know him from ECFL, head coach of Coastal Carolina now, formerly known as East Carolina University, ECU. We had some fun with this one. It was a bit of an interesting process trying to get the logo to not be so basic looking, and I think eventually we came out with a nice blend of detail but also simplicity. And so, without further ado, hailing from New Jersey.
Do it, man. I can't wait. Shout out to the battalion. We're going back to New Jersey. Well, we currently have in New York, but we have them a counterpart here. Let's go ahead and get to it. New Jersey Battalion. You see the home, away, and alternative jerseys. Quick look at the field. We already had one that's going out for Huntington Beach on the naval ship. Why not get the opposite? And it was a beautiful setup here. I love it. This field is going to be amazing as well. I can't wait to see this team hit the field. I love those alternative jerseys. You see it right there. They got the digital camo look. And I can't wait to see what JoJo does with this one. Shout out to the homie right there. Any other final words before we flip it back?
You know what? I'm like I said, the logo was a battle, and if the logo is a battle, I expect this team to battle just as hard as we did to get that logo looking nice.
Hell yeah, that was a struggle. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. That was a very big struggle, but very much worth it when we got to the end product. And I can't wait to debut them in season number 9. Shout out to JoJo. Shout out to the Toronto Wraiths as well. That will go ahead and quick post it for the people that didn't see it. Here is the Toronto Wraiths side of things as well. And we got 2 great teams coming into the fold. I can't wait to see them. I already know y'all hype. I'm definitely hyped. I think it's about time to get back to the gameplay, right?
Really quick though, Tom brings up a good point in chat. Some people may have noticed there are now 2 expansion teams from the East that would give the Eastern Conference 7, while leaving the Western Conference with 5. So the St. Louis Archers will be moving over to the West for next season.
Then here's St. Louis going over to the West Coast. Gonna get y'all rolling. That's gonna be interesting to see how that works out, and see that battle between them, Tacoma and Huntington Beach. And I'm like, it's gonna be testy, but they're strong enough. I think they could do it. Outside of that, we could go ahead and get back into it.
For sure.
Put back Thanks again for that break. Let's get back into the gameplay. Get back into it. Just got to be one kneel down. Us Tampa's like, screw it, I want to get some points. It looks like they are.
This is why I said you shouldn't have done it. You should have waited.
Hey, if I did it, it wouldn't have let me pause. It would have been weird. Look, it was the right move. But it's going to be launching it here. Going to try to get it and almost picked off and almost caught. And that is going to close out quarter numero 2. Throw your threes up officially now. See this one going to get kneeled down. And Charlotte has the football to start out the second half. Let's see how they get this one rolling. I'm going to give it to Doc Boone. He's going to shed off a man pushing forward and just get slung backwards by number 21, Shiloh Marino. But Doc Boone, he says he wants to get some more yards. This is a great time to help him out. First and 10 coming up. They're going to fake it to Doc. Get something going here. Throws it to Vic, who's going to make the catch, but not able to catch it and turn upfield. Pass a little too high, but going to be a gain of 4 in that play. Livy Dutton there to tap him down. Back with I formation, and they're going to fake it to Doc, looking for a man, throws it short and going backwards, and not a fan of that particular play right there. Still with me?
Yep, I'm back now. I'm back. The internet kind of went out for a second there, and I'm back. I don't know what happened, but
throwing it short, going to be caught in. Tom Krieg's going to run through a man, pick up the first, stands up, and keeps running, gets past midfield, and gets past the 45, and it's going to be first and 10 coming.
Tom Krieg going to be one heck of a candidate for the Hall of Fame comes out.
First and 10 coming up. It's going to be handed off, and there goes the bot player getting into the mix. Getting his first carry. It's going to be first and 3.
That's weird. I don't know why the bot player is getting carries when they've got 2 running backs. That's the running back 3.
Yeah, probably because Doc Boone has his like low stamina or something.
I don't think he is.
I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of right there. But going to be looking for a pass. They're going to throw it to a player, and looks, he is shredding off a man. Jordan Benny just got stuck. But he is short of the
web there. 3rd and inches, Webb with another nice catch.
He just put his whole handprint in his chest. 3rd and inches.
A Derrick Henry type play.
Jesus. Gonna look and gonna throw it, gonna push forward, and he's gonna spin off of the man to pick up the first. Didn't need that much, just needed enough. It's first and 10.
Yep, and that was all they got, was just barely enough.
First down coming up here. Send Mr. Whitten in motion. Looks like it's going to be a flip play here. We're going to fake the handoff to Doc again. Going to look and throw it on the right side. Going to be caught. Turns around, and he's going to pick some of those yards back that he lost. But Charlotte's back in the red zone here. The passing game looking real nice.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see some of more of those play actions get handed off, but obviously this time, I don't know why they're focusing on his feet right there.
Hey, drip check. That's the drip check thing. Can't be mad at the grip. You see Doc Boone there in the backfield. They're going to pass it again, throwing it right side and over the head of Mr. Krieg. It's going to make it second down. Would like to see a little bit more rushes, like you said before. See if they can balance it out a little bit more. But second down to 10.
Boone's got to get his, that's for sure. But you know what? If Charlotte can take a 2-possession lead and hold it for a little bit, Boone's definitely going to get his touches.
Short drop back, going to be caught by Vic, but he's going nowhere. Great coverage there overall from Tampa. A gain of only 1. Third and 9 coming up here.
That'll be a tough one to complete for sure.
Again, looking for a man. Take off to run again. It's Falco, throws it and cannot connect the dots there to who I believe is Trevor Bolinar, and that to be. And it looks like the Charlotte offense will have to settle for 3.
Hey, you know what? 3 still makes it a 2-possession game if they come back through.
Still a good play by the Charlotte offense to get down, give themselves chances to put points on the board. See the kick from the right hash. Molino's been great so far, and the greatness continues. It's going to be 20-10. Tampa Bay is going to have to get out of this 2-possession deficit that they're currently in.
Absolutely. And I'm going to have to ask that you stop saying nice things about Charlotte because I feel like it's going to jinx us.
I mean, I got to keep it impartial. I don't want to say bad things about Charlotte either, but I love me some Tampa Bay too. I ain't going to lie to you. So if Tampa Bay was to do something crazy, I won't be mad at it. I know you will, but I'm just a player here.
Hey, these are probably two of the best beauty sets we got. Charlotte with the classic look, and Tampa Bay, kind of with that really interesting green color and the off blue. So, either way, this is a style battle, and we'll see who wins.
To around the 6-yard line. Here comes Eliason looking for some room and gets dragged down by number 47. Spiderweb says he can do special teams too. It's 1st and 10.
Yeah, Eliason there, he had a lot of speed coming through, so glad he got tripped up when he did.
Yeah, good on number 47 getting that job done, but Wes is going to need to move this team down the field. They want to get some buckets here. Going to be passing it right side. It's going to be caught by Flint, rolling out. Look like he just took a knee to the face by number 52, but he's still moving, so I can't be mad at the 2nd and 5.
Flint has a pretty quiet game so far, all things considered. I've only heard his name maybe 2 or 3 times throughout the day. So, I mean, hopefully he can get a little bit more involved and help Tampa climb out of this deficit.
Drop back, gonna be incomplete though. Great job by Arn Jacobson there on coverage. Made that very difficult for Mr. Flint.
Yeah, and as I said, get Flint more involved. He tried, but unfortunately they had a Norseman in his face.
Yeah. Like
assertive.
God, I keep telling you, he's gonna be passing it again. As Wes takes off to run, and he's just gonna have to throw that one away. And the pass rush here for Charlotte is definitely coming out to play in this.
Yeah, and there has been a lot of passing. If you look, I think at the total rushing yards, they've only got like 9 or 10 rushing yards.
Big ups to Charlotte taking that out of the game here for this Tampa Bay team. And we'll see the punt once again going towards Vic, and it's going to go over his head, but the bounce is looking like it's going to go in Tampa's favor. It's going to be taken down inside the 5, I should say, to the 4, and Charles back on the field.
Beautiful punt right there. Just the bounce was absolutely perfect.
Sometimes you got to go to the basics. If you can get good field position, chances are that you'll be able to get points if you can get the quick stop. And they're going to try to fake up the handoff, going to look to throw it left side, and there goes Vic dragging the toes. And he's not going to quite get the first, but he does make the 2nd and inches.
Yeah, nice play there. Get them some breathing room, so they're not hopefully risking any kind of safeties.
Looks like total yards in favor of Charlotte, 247 to 147, something like that. I couldn't quite see it, but they're going to fake it to Doc again. Throws off the run, and that's going to be deflected and almost picked
Oh
off.
man!
And
They should have just given it to Doc. Doc had a run off that side. He would have easily picked that up.
And graduates from ECFL, yes, they will be coming into next season. So you'll see the draft on the 16th, I believe.
Yep. Draft on the 16th. We do have some ECFL grads, guys like Doc Boone, Shane Knox,
there goes Doc
playing
right
in
there.
this game right now.
And there
Speaking
goes that
of
man
Doc.
right there, 6 for 44. Only 6 carries, but you see the stats. He's been making good use of when he's had the football.
Yeah, 6 carries, 46 yards. Not a bad line at all. If you're Charlotte, you gotta. If you're Charlotte, you have a running back who's putting up those numbers. You want to feed him a little more, don't you?
And it's going to be a good carry there, but it's a flag, and I think it is on Charlotte. The left guard got a little handsy. It's going to make it first and 15. If this game was, he's asking if this game was graduates from ECFL.
Some of them. I mean, not the current set of graduates that are coming in the draft, but we definitely have some graduates from the ECFL in these games.
As we see the handoff, and he should have just kept on going straight. The juke move, I think, missed him up there, but he was able to get all those yards back from the penalty, so it wasn't all too bad.
No, and I mean, he ran over a guy as well in the process, so looked nice too.
Doc Boone for a reason. It looks like they're going to flip it a little bit. They're going to give him a little break, switch it out with the homie spider web, and they're going to go with the reverse, and it's a huge hold there for 47. He's going to pick it up and a flag on top of it, and I think once again on Charlotte, and it's going to be 2nd and 4, so it's not too bad, but you want to get those big yards when you have the opportunities. Got to play more sound football, try to minimize the mistakes.
For sure. Can't be having those kind of mistakes. I mean, the difference between a 1st and 2nd down doesn't seem like much, but ultimately can mean a lot.
We're going to give it to Doc again, who's going to get a decent game, but looks like the Tampa Bay defense slowed him down. Now it's going to be 3rd and 2 as opposed to being probably around the 2nd down since they got a 1st down, but got a race. Looks like they're kind of defaulting more to a little bit of a balanced game here. They tried that pass earlier, but they're going to pass it here. Sheds off the man, throws it right side, and almost picked off by number 45. And very, very testy there. He tried to get away from that sack. It didn't work out. Tampa Bay's defense get the stop.
I kind of would have liked to have seen Falco maybe take a bit more of a drop back there and take his time finding a pass rather than rush something.
See the pressure for sure getting to him, but we're going to see the punt inside the 20. A great punt from Molinos, having a really great game so far. Send that one, and then you're going to run it past the 25. 1st and 10. Tampa needs something going. Do you guys think you would add tiers to O-line based on discipline, i.e. platinum base, 7 or platinum discipline? Well, it's kind of the same because it all ties to awareness as well. So that's kind of part of the process there with those tiers, and that was almost potential pick 6 territory if Arn was able to get his hands on that.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit too in front of Arn there, but it's still a great play to get his hand on it.
2nd and 10 coming. 2nd and 10 coming up. Hand it off, and there goes Dash, who's going to push forward after contact, and Arn once again with the tackle. 3rd and 4 coming up. And honestly, this is a game that kind of favors Charlotte if you want to look deeper into it, because Tampa Bay, they haven't really shown the ability to move consistently like we expected them last week. But We'll see if it could change it here. It's 3rd and 4. Turn it up, avoiding the sack, throws it away. That's not going to happen. And this pass rush here for Charlotte, they're just pinning the ears back loose.
Yeah, they really are. And this is probably one of the best, if not the best, defensive line in the league right now, with 3 of them making the top 10 in sacks.
It's either them or Huntington Beach. And honestly, if you have the number 1 sack guy on your team, it's kind of easy to lean that way, as that looks to be another beautiful punt by Tampa. And that'll get them inside the 5 again.
You know, I think Vic needs to stop letting those go past him and maybe just start picking them up. Not gonna lie.
But you also don't want him to mess up here in this rain. If he was to drop it back there, that could be a potential turnover.
True. So just don't drop it.
Fair enough. As we see the handoff, there goes Doc Boone pushing forward. He does give him breathing room again. 9 for 60 so far. Can't be too mad at the stat line. I think the only thing Doc Boone wants is more carries. But if the score remains like this, it's kind of hard for me to think that he won't get more touches.
For sure. Definitely was a pass-heavy game on both sides throughout the majority of this, but Boone definitely getting his touches in this second half.
Great pass there again by Falco, picking up the first. Getting it to the tight end there. Going to make it 1st and 10 here for Charlotte. They have 0 hands, but it's, hey, like you said, hey, they're 100 here in the rain.
Yep. I mean, that is one thing I think Charlotte will need to address, is that tight end 2 position. Something that has kind of cost them a few games here and there, but would be a huge asset to them for the future.
Even at base, you know, a base tight end with no attributes on them will always be better than a bot, because at least they'll have 65 hands to, you know, be able to get the ball down the field better. As they see the homie Witten with great block and turning up and picking up the first down, going with the jet sweep. 1st and 10 Charlotte.
Man, that was a huge game. Really patient run there from Witten, letting the blocks develop, letting the edge get set, and then finally, when the time was right, picking it up.
1st and 10 coming up here. Try it again. Yes, they will. They said he could do it again. He's picking up another big gain. They said they found a little bit of a crease here. They want a target. It's 2nd and 3 coming now.
Yeah, this is interesting. I mean, the rushing game from Charlotte is really interesting, because they don't just rely on one guy. They rely on 3 or 4 different guys.
There goes Vic getting into the mix, that catch, and that'll take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Throw your 4s up, but we still got to talk about who wins the giveaway here. Let's go ahead and get into it. Hit that spin button and make sure y'all can see what's the real deal. We got a lot of prizes here. How many people do we have in this particular giveaway? We got 8. Sorry about that. Clicking off. What will be the prize? What will be the prize here? The final wild card game of season number 8 before we move to the conference championships. And it looks like it's going to be 5 again. 8 users up in here. And the winner shall be Mr. Parm, getting into the mix there with 5 TPE. So you got to let me know which player, either Jerry Riggs or Rocky Ivan, will get that 5 TPE. Congratulations, big homie. And also congratulations to your team getting a W yesterday in a big way right there. So shout out to you guys. And we'll go ahead and get back into it. Let's go ahead and set it up. Hit that play game button. We'll go ahead and get into it like that.
So I want you to get in the headspace of Tampa right now. You're down by 2 possessions in the fourth quarter. You don't have the ball. Could get worse. What's going through your mind?
Still got a whole quarter and some changes. We see Doc Boone getting into the mix, and you got to get a stop. Definitely need some sort of momentum defensively. You cannot let homies like Mr. Boone take you out on the outside. You got to contain them. You got to make sure you wrap up, and most importantly, you got to get some points. You got to make sure you make sure you take care of your boys and get the score closer. As we see a quick pitch, there goes the homie Doc again, going to step out of bounds before he picks up the first, but going to be another solid gain, and they are getting them more involved in this offense here as the game percolates.
For sure. Was as I mentioned earlier, that first quarter and a half or so was really just shootout from both sides. Not very many runs at all. But now these offenses are balancing out a bit.
There goes a juke move, and he's going to take it inside the 20. And Doc Boone, once again, he's over 75 yards. They're going to keep it going here, I'm sure, if Tampa Bay doesn't find a way to stop him.
Yeah, if Tampa Bay can't stop them, this is going to get really hairy for them real fast.
Tom Riddell in the chat saying that they should have kept Doc was New York, as that's going to be caught. Coco coming through between two defensive players to snag it. You got to love the heart there, because that could have been pretty dicey there if it just went straight to the receiver.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that was huge. That was honestly terrifying. Falco has some big balls for trying to pull that play.
Big balls, Falco here. It'll be 2nd and 6, and we're going to hand it off, push it forward, and going to get tackled. A great defensive play there by who I believe is Hendricks Harlow. Going to make it 3rd and 4, and Tampa still got a score. They have 10 minutes left. If they could hold them to 3, they could win the game by the way of 2 touchdowns. But they got to get the stop and make that happen.
For sure, and they got to keep Charlotte off the board for the rest of the quarter.
About the left side, going to be caught. A first down play, getting to the 2-yard line, maybe even 1. You better put your paws on Mr. Coco, or he'll make you pay. It's 1st and goal, Charlotte. Addison Cole's having a little bit of trouble guarding number 14. As is most quarterbacks, to be honest. Guy Coco's really shifty. See, quick pitch, and there goes Vic. He's going to hang on, and he's going to score again against Tampa for the touchdown. Similar route to how he did it last week as well. Got him on that out route. If you can't get the outside coverage there on Vic, he's going to make you pay. Pick is up from Mullen, though. He's still perfect on the game, and you see right there, 13-play, 96-yard drive, lasting a half quarter. You honestly can't do any better than that, Chris. I think his internet is tripping again. I'll do my caboose voice. It was like, for sure, and you got to make sure that you keep the drive alive, especially in a situation like this, where you can keep the victory going in your way. Now you have a 17-point lead with 9 minutes left, and I think this is a real good chance for Charlotte to pick up the victory. Then there'll be me again. It's like, most definitely, great job. Welcome back.
Thank you. I'm back. Internet died again, but we're working with it.
That's hilarious. I just heard rumbling in my earphones. Oh, shit is gone.
Were you talking crap about me?
Of course. Why wouldn't I talk crap about you? But I do see some biddies up in there, politicking, getting into the mix.
Shit like that.
What exactly were you saying? I got the tail end of it. I want to hear the whole thing now.
Oh, I was just mocking you with like how would you respond after what I said last. But it's all good. Mix the gamer throwing in biddies too. I'll get it in a second, but there's a quick pitch. Quick pitch over there to Vaughn. Great job. Thank you. Mix the gamer throwing biddies too.
Tampa right now, they definitely need to pick this up. More plays like that, maybe a little bit deeper down. They need to get a score, and they need to get a score probably in the next minute or so here.
They gotta go down the field. And it's going to be pass here, looking right side. Is going to be caught by Sparrow, who's going to pick up the first. Tackled once again by Primetime. So who else? He's going to get to midfield. It's first and 10 Tampa. They're running low on time.
Yeah, and I will say, looking at West's stats for this game, he's batting about 500 for completion percentage.
But I see my boy Ryan Davis not giving up. He's saying more bits.
Shit like that.
See the quick pitch left side to Mr. Flint. Not getting a lot of yards up the field, but he's still been fairly effective whenever he did have a chance to get the football. I'd like to see him go a little bit more vertical. Send him up the field. See if he can test some of these corners, even though I wouldn't try to test Montaigne. Got to do it within reason. Quick pitch. Going to be caught by Dash. A juke move, dragging the man close to the 30. Tampa Bay's on the move here, but like we said before, they're down 17. They're going to need a lot of quick points here. Crowd trying to keep them in the game, but see right there, 40 plays, 34 of them have been passes. The running game hasn't really been too effective enough to use it as often as they like. Looking, quick pitch right side and caught by Sparrow. Again, runs through Arn, and who I believe is Ricardo Lopez, getting them inside the 25. It's first and 10. How's the game looking? How are we sounding? Let us know so we can make the best setup for you guys. How's the ticker looking? Let me know how you feel. As you see the pass again. Pressure up the middle. Hit as he throws and had a man open. Was Eliason, but he could not settle his feet. It's going to be second and 10.
Man, I am battling with the internet right now. But I don't know what happened, but Tampa appears to be in the red zone, and that is good for them. Too bad that it's taken them over 3 minutes to do it.
Yes, thrown in the middle of the field and caught. There goes Eliason, dragged to the 1. Almost got the touchdown, but that is somewhat bad news there again. You always want to get into the end zone. You never want to get stuck on the 1, but that's more clock going to get burnt.
Yep, more time. Precious time coming off that clock.
5.5 minutes left. See the I formation here. Give it up to Mr. Copeland, is going to score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And now they're dropping it down to a 2-score game again.
Yeah, but you got to think 5 minutes left, 2 scores, and Charlotte gets the ball right now. It's gonna be a tough one. Not to say it's impossible, but it's definitely gonna be tough.
It's definitely, and it gets worse. He's going to dunk it off of the left side. So now they're going to be down 11 instead of 10. So now they need 2 touchdowns.
That just makes it even harder. That probably kills it for him right there.
I know y'all heard it. It was like, that's tough breaks there for Tampa. Now they got to score 2 touchdowns and potentially try to win it that way. But do you go for the onside kick? Me personally, I say kick it and then, see if you can get a quick stop, get better field position, score again, then go for it. But
yeah, I would say the same.
First, it's going to be very tough.
Yeah, I would say exactly the same thing.
It's like they agree with this here in the booth, sending it away. We're going to get it right around the goal line, so we'll see what Aaron Witten could do. And great coverage, not even allowing them to get past the 20. They may mark him there, but he's behind the 25, so you can't be mad at it. Push.
Oh, I pulled my mic so far away.
set the biddie war up. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to get hyped. There's 5 minutes left in this thing. They're going to give it to Doc Boone. He's going to get shut down immediately by Brock Hoskins. 2nd and 9 coming up.
Gain of 1 in positive yards better than negative. But it also keeps that clock moving.
Won't be surprised if they go for it again out the shotgun. Looks like we will find in a little bit of a hole. Sheds off one man, but number 22 holds them down for a little bit more. Now it's 3rd and 7 here. Tampa could, in theory, get the stop. And they'll have the offense on the field again.
Yeah, and they've only lost about a minute, so by the time they get the ball back, they'll have roughly lost a minute and a half.
Don't forget what happened earlier this season. Dallas was able to go up 14 points in the span of 3 minutes, but hey, look at Big Dotson rumble, still running, getting to the 40. Dallas, they also didn't give up plays like that. So
this is true.
So it's 1st and 10 here for Charlotte. And Vic Dotson with the clutch play, moving and grooving. Now that they're here with the 1st down, might as well go back to the run game. They do have Quinn to back up, and they'll give him a carry. He's going to get stuck immediately. It's going to be a gain of nothing.
Yeah, gain of nothing, still hard, keeps the clock moving. That's what's more important. It isn't necessarily the yards, it's about keeping that clock running down, trying to get to that 2-minute warning.
Shit like that.
Everybody throwing biddies up in here. Mr. Clausen throwing up in there. Ryan Davis throwing biddies. Going to be another handoff, though. Giving it to the backup, who's got a really big push. He says he got the juice, too. And I think he just picked up the final 1st down that Charlotte will need. They'll probably need one more, but it's definitely a big play.
Huge play there, and it was kind of a team effort. It was one of those, it kind of looked like a rugby scrum where one team's pushing one way, the other team's trying to push them down the other way, and they got them across the line.
It's funny, I see the Ryan Davis bits there is a picture of a dog, and you can kind of think of a dog pile right there with the push, as we see Doc Boone shedding off a man running backwards, and he's trying to get some lane there, but he got set backwards there, and Tampa's still going to try to fight. Gonna make it 2nd and 11. So they didn't lose too much. It could have been worse.
Yeah, I don't know what he was doing. Maybe tried to bounce it out and then try a different lane, but there was just nothing for him there.
Yeah, big ups to Tampa on that particular play. 2nd and 11, that formation. Gonna give it to Quinn, who's going to try to find a big hole and gonna find it. And I think they might have just got the job done there, folks.
So the running back to lead with back-to-back 10-yard rushes for 1st downs.
There's a big war starting. Nick the Gamer says he loves when his team gets the W.
Shit like that.
He's throwing 200 biddies. Mr. Davis throwing it out too with 100. You love to see a handoff again to Doc Boone, and he has a big hole pushing forward, cutting up, getting past the 20, and gonna keep falling forward. He stands up. He's still going. He's down to the 15, but there's a late flag at the end. That is so tough. That's so mean. You didn't have to do my man's.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. I mean, the man had literally like a 30-yard run.
Shit like that.
Next game throwing out another hundo biddies, man. Throw your biddies out. Ryan Davis throwing out 300. He said he's not throwing around.
Shit like that.
Who's going to win the bid war?
This is a certified hood classic. Damn, son, where'd you find this?
They're just throwing bits out like it's clockwork. I love it. 1st and 15 coming. And we'll see another handoff there to Quinn. It's going to be a flag, but I think it's a face mask this time around. Actually, I'll take that back. It's going to be a hold again. Charlotte's going backwards here, but Tampa has no more timeouts, so it's just delaying the inevitable, going towards a 2-minute warning. Mr. Clausen said Ryan wins this round. If you love the USFA, let me hear yeah. First and 21, handoff. There goes Doc trying to find the lane, and he's going to get tripped up. That'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Definitely not a field goal range at this current moment, but with Tampa Bay with no timeouts, I don't think it will matter too much. Ryan Davis said he swiped the Visa and the MasterCard. He said he ready to go. Well, I can't tell. Second and 19. Great job here overall from Charlotte. Looks like they're going to come up with the victory here tonight, folks. You can see the handoff there to Quinn. He's trying to get some more yards. And it looks like Mix the Gamer, he says he's not playing around. It's going to be another bid, he said.
Shit like that. Shit like that.
Ben Mick said he swiped the EBT card. I don't even know if you can do that, and I know you can't. I know you can't, but I love the dedication. It's 3rd and 18. He said USFA is more important than getting all my different hot pockets and stuff like that. As we're going to see the handoff, that'll get Charlotte in field goal range. It's going to be 4th and 7 coming up.
Yep. And I think you just take a field goal here, put it up 30-16, and let the time run out.
Ryan Davis, he said he's going to leave with 616 babies.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
Thank you so much, all of you. That kick, and they're going to dunk it. I think there's too much biddies there, and Mr. Molino, he couldn't focus. It's going to be 1st and 10 here from Tampa.
Yeah, I need y'all to cool down with them biddies and making my kick and miss.
It was straight off the left upright, so that's crazy. But Charlotte, they're definitely in the driver's seat to get the W here. Not too much that Tampa could do unless they can score right here and then get another setup for the onside kick. I don't think it's happening. He's going to get tackled in bounds, and they probably have one more play left in him, and that's it.
Yeah, and it's got to be a Hail Mary to the end zone. You might as well.
So big ups once again. No huddle. Big ups to Tampa Bay for the great season. Did not work out in their favor playoff-wise, but here comes the catch. They tried to get Despera on the run. That is going to close out the deal. Charlotte will move on to the Eastern Conference Finals to take on St. Louis. A great game nonetheless. 27-16 in favor of the Homes in Charlotte. And while I go over these statistics, what are your thoughts on Tampa Bay going into this game, and how should they go into the next season?
I think Tampa has an excellent future ahead of them. And I don't think necessarily that they need to change anything up, maybe get a little bit deeper, a little more experienced, and then after that, it's their league. With St. Louis now moving out and 2 expansion teams moving in, this division is wide open.
Sure, can't wait to see how they'll adjust to the new teams coming in. They got 2 new ones coming in. Why are you doing that? Why are you throwing out biddies and stuff like that, trying to distract me? But once again, great job here from Charlotte all the way through. You see there the on-brand mold catch, the big 4th down that they got in the beginning of the game, just ridiculous. Vic Dotson ends the game with the touchdown. Kai Coco over 100 yards. Great job overall there. Corey Dash led in catches, but it was Sparrow that led in yards. Eliason had the sole touchdown here, passing-wise. Longest catch of the day for Tampa will be 34 for Darren Eliason. Great job. Defensively, the leading tackler was Heavy D, and he had himself a day too, with 14 tackles, 1 sack. Just ridiculous. Livy Dutton with 10 tackles there. Great job. Brock Hoskins with 9. Shallow Marino, Madison Nicole with 6, Thor Brown with 5, Von Carlton with 5, Hendricks Harlow with 5, Makani Cole with 4, Jordan Vinny with 3, Matthew Ousley with 2, and Dax Brightmore there with 1 tackle. And we got the homies over here in Charlotte. Pack Trescott led the way with 9 tackles, Arn with 8, bless you, and Ricardo Lopez with 7, Tank Falco with 6, Chris Sheen with 4, TJ Camden with 2, and it looks like on brand mold with 1 tackle, Kenny Bombard 1 tackle, Shane Knox with 1 tackle, Lee Flowers with 1 tackle, and Caitlin Montaigne all with 1 tackle. Interesting. Looked a little bit further. Jackson with 2 with the sack, and Falco with the sack. So got those big homies there. No INTs. Jackson with 3 pass deflections. Great game for him. On brand mold, Montaigne and Falco each with a pass deflection. No fumbles or anything like that. That's all the defensive stats there for sure. Let me just make sure I got Heavy D with the sack and no INTs. Kakoa, Carlton, and Heavy D each with the pass deflection. No fumbles here, and that's all the defense there. Molino was 2 for 3 for the field goals, perfect for extra points. Trey Pointer was perfect for field goals and missed 1 extra point. So interesting set there. 10 kickoffs, and both of them had at least 1 touchback. Great job. Longest punt actually looks like both Pointer and Molino each coming out with a 60-yard bomb. Great job from both of them. And looks like they both averaged over 52. Great job. Witten and Eliason doing their thing, averaging over 23 for kick returns. Dotson and Benny battling it out. Looks like Vic Dotson won that battle with a 10-yard average. And that is going to wrap up the wild card here for season number 8.
I'm really kind of excited for
Damn,
this Eastern
son, where'd you
Conference
find
final.
this?
It is a rematch of last year's Eastern Conference final. The only difference is Charlotte's the away team.
And we remember what happened last time.
Yeah. So I'm wondering, will history kind of repeat the same way it did last year, where the away team came in and smacked them around a little bit? But we'll see. Should be a good one.
Should be a fun ride for sure. And then we have Dallas getting their game on, their first trip in team history into the conference finals. They got a big test ahead of them. Another team that they have yet to beat all season long, but they proved the doubters wrong yesterday, going up against a team that they've lost to twice. They got to go up against Huntington Beach, who's got the hottest squad in the land right now. But is it a little bit closer than we're expecting? Who knows? Make sure you find out. We got the double header coming up for your boy Caboose. It's your boy Stacks. We out here.